Mysterious collection of poems written by Povitro Odhikari, narrated by Ashish Hazra. Dedicated to my mom. Mom, I am indebted to you, so profusely obligated that perhaps I can never repay your debt. The memory of the countless moments spent with you give me the inspiration to live. The worshipper of work. I am not an atheist, but I do not perform pujas or any religious rites frequently. That is why many people think that I am an atheist. I donate a portion of my income to the orphanages and old age homes. That is the true worship to me. However, I donate only a small amount. Green is my favorite color. That is why I like to plant trees very much. A peaceful, pleasant, and green world is my dream. I love flowers, but I do not have any desire to decorate my house with flowers in the vase. I love birds, but I never have the intention to captivate birds in cages at home. Initially, I tried to search for real satisfaction from material things. But that was a mistake, and I failed to find satisfaction. I have tried to perceive the Almighty through meditation, and I have been successful to some extent. I have been able to realize the existence of the Almighty everywhere, amidst all living creatures. I have been able to understand the real pleasure in loving others and helping the helpless. I consider work as the essence of life. I have tried to uplift the society through my work. I have also tried to stand beside the destitute, although my contribution is very small. If I can show some rays of hope for a deprived family, bring some light in their dark, hopeless lives, then I will consider that my life is not a failure. I firmly believe that the hands which serve others are much more virtuous than the lips which utter praise. The mother beyond comparison. Mom, you are not there. So I feel lonely even among the billions of people of the world. It seems that there is no one to shower that special affection to me. Only a mother can feed her child, remaining half-fed herself. It is a mother's care and affection that make her wake up at midnight and wrap her shivering child with a blanket. Mothers can do wonders. A little conversation or thought sharing with mother during the times of worries and anxieties makes the mind peaceful. All tensions are released within seconds. Now that you are not here, Mom, I keep all my sorrow, pain, and sufferings to myself. There is no one to share my agonies with. I was very loyal to my mother right from childhood. However, she fulfilled many of my unfair demands cheerfully and with a smiling face. As a child, I used to ask her, Mom, I feel like eating this or that today. Will you please cook it for me? Now, there is no one to ask for such pampering. After a 5-year-long fight with the deadly disease of cancer, my mother left for her heavenly abode. I could not save her life. I tried to console my grief-stricken mind by thinking that it is nature's rule that whoever is born has to leave this world one day. Mom, I'm indebted to you, so profusely obligated that perhaps I can never repay your debt. The memory of the countless moments spent with you give me the inspiration to live. Mother is the most beautiful word in this world. Mothers are beyond comparison. Mothers are the God-gifted icons of love. We must learn from our mothers how to compromise everything for love, how to love selflessly. In my view, women are the symbols of motherhood. I have found a great mother within every woman. Sometimes it is apparent, and sometimes subtle. That is why I consider women the source of creation. I respect women. They hold a precious position in my mind. Mysterious. By the union of consciousness and nature is created this universe, without beginning and end, in science, parlance ever increasing, enjoyable, graceful, beautiful, or sometimes cruel, dangerous, varied. So the other name of this universe is mysterious. In order to reveal that mystery, my relationship with nature has become closer. In the study of Veda, Vedanta, Upanishad, in a state of meditation, I have tried to experience the true form of Supreme Spirit. I have understood that happiness and sorrow, love, affection, lust, desire, greed, jealousy, anger, hatred, all different feelings, mysterious. Science has explained all these days, light is mysterious. Darkness is too mysterious likewise. Matter, dark matter, antimatter, energy, dark energy, positive, negative, dimension, time, quantum mechanics, gravity waves. Mysteries are growing continuously. Language of nature, explanation of arithmetic not easily comprehensible. Mystery is hidden in every number. The rule of nature is very varied. Here to satisfy hunger, other creatures have to be killed. Power is transferred in this cruel process. Death is unwanted in this beautiful world. As this statement is true, to survive, one creature has to kill another creature. Transfer of power is equally true. Perpetual truth. Thousands of years ago, we knew the fact that the earth is stationary and the sun turns out all around it. I found out thereafter to be erroneous. The sun doesn't spin around the earth. Instead, the earth rotates round the sun. With this, we found out multiple stars, planets, satellites, galaxy, black hole, wormhole, and so on. Various stunning information. Maybe in the future, tons of astonishes like this are lingering for the entire humanity. Maybe 1,000 years later, We experience that of this universe. In each ingredient, there is existence. Maybe 1,000 years later, we have the convenience to notice that of this universe, every brain with each other is connected and by a point is monitored. Maybe 1,000 years later, from right now, we comprehend that there are peripheries of this universe too. The exterior of that universe, there are parallels of multiple supplementary macrocosm. Accordingly, over time, with our perception, science of terminology is altered. Today, at this very moment, where I am abiding, maybe 1,000 years back, it was an impenetrable wilderness. There, here at night, the fox's call could be listened to. With this, cats used to stroll around. Diverse and colorful birds here also used to stretch out their arms once upon a time. There was the kingdom of birds. With the moment that thick timberland is currently renovated into Kololini Tilottama metropolis, namely Kolkata. Maybe 1,000 years later in the city, there will be no folk, no community. All around it, there will solely be giggling, weird critters of several planets. Maybe again, the fresh technology will dominate the city of joy. 1,000 years afterwards, this city will entirely be different from what it is right now. Therefore, over time, our existence alters. There is nothing else that can be vigorous than time. In this cosmos, nothing else. With time, this nature amends its form. I presume that unparalleled and inconsistent beauty to be the everlasting truth, to tell the truth, that infinite tangibility I adore. The mountains, the oceans, and the sweet love story. When with you I met for the first time, that day I yearned for from you. What do you like more? Is it marine or mountains? You asserted brine. I proclaimed mountains. You adored the boisterous, vigorous sea. I used to relish the equilibrium, the tenderness of the cliffs. In my dad's lap, as an offspring, while slumbering, as cheerful as I used to be, I would have been just as overwhelmed by the peak before my views. Ascending the ridge and caressing the waterfall on the knoll, I used to soak myself, to rejoice in the drizzle's elegance in the mounds, to bathe in the water of the mountain brook, wandering all day in the sierras, in the woodlands. Consequently, I got lost. This was how, in the heart of the mountains, I would rediscover something unique in myself. Can those emotions be articulated in a mere phraseology? How many streams have conveyed our mountains? How many civilizations have been generated? Did anyone of us keep his account? You too had a preference for the bizarre beauty of the sea, appreciated it and was thus entertained. despite the distinctions between the two of us. The two of us came to be inclining towards each other. The two of us commenced falling in love. Then 10 years have been passed since the nuptials. Now the emotional distance between us has diminished a ton. Now I'm gradually getting underway to care for the surf. Its glimpsing descent. As the configuration of the skyscrapers of the elevations has mesmerized me, the magnificent sea with its enormity has similarly taken me by astonishment. That's how you are now. You furthermore turn on to adore the mountains. The sovereignty of love is tremendous, infinite. It can incorporate mountains and seas. Love solidifies harmony in diversification. Love is ubiquitous. There is that tenderness in every fraction of this nature. Maybe God, with that fondness, has cultivated this fascinating beauty. How much do we comprehend about it? Therefore, we have concluded we must appreciate that incredible elegance with all our hearts. The exclusive motivation is that beauty is the truth. Black and white. I always call a spade a spade. I do not believe in the principle of praising everything without any logic or reason. Although I am fully aware of the facts that black and white, good and bad, light and darkness, day and night are all relative concepts. Even life and death are relative. Death comes at the end of life. Again, new life appears after death. Daylight is followed by the night. Again, the dawn of a new day appears at the end of the night. Purusha or consciousness and Prakriti or nature, men and women, Brahma or the divine soul and Adi Shakti or supreme power, matter and energy, time and multidimensional space. All these concepts may seem to be separate, but actually they are identical and inseparable. They complete each other. Positive and negative matter, antimatter and dark matter, energy, dark energy, all these concepts are complementary to each other. None of us is self-sufficient. We all are dependent on each other. There are constant exchanges of things, ideas, and many other concepts between all of us. And this is how we exist, by depending upon each other. Whatever we can feel or perceive, we consider that true. However, there is a vast world beyond the periphery of our comprehension. Our feelings are relative. Our concepts of beauty, love, and pleasure are all relative. It changes with time, place, and persons concerned. God is the ultimate truth, and this world is an illusion. However, there is no difference between the invisible God and the visible nature. According to my perception, I have discovered the existence of nature within the Almighty and the presence of the Almighty amidst nature. I always call a spade a spade. I do not believe in the principle of praising everything without any logic or reason. I have no intentions to see the world around me through a rose-colored glass. My life had one beautiful, sweet morning. Then the river of my life has flowed through a valley. The flower of my life was waiting to bloom. Then I had kept myself confined in skyscraping dreams. Now my life is one bright noon. The river of my life flowing through the plains. The flower of my life is fully blossomed. Its fragrance has wafted all over. I have drenched myself in drizzles of happiness. On my life will come down a serene evening. Then the river of my life proceed towards sea of death. The petals of the flower of my life will shed one by one. I will go on to reminisce the memories of my past life. Thereafter will come that dense, dark night, when the river of my life will be lost in an unknown sea of death. If life is a river, then its goal should not be to join the sea. The goal of life should be to make the land alongside fertile and flow properly. Such a beautiful village. Such a beautiful village I haven't seen ever. Walking along the white road of that village, I was feeling such that I was inside a palace of my dream, fortunate to walk around in it. The cuckoo's call in my ears is pouring such melodious tunes. The tunes of musicians of the palace of heaven is insignificant before it. On the roadside stands lofty trees. They saluted me like courtiers of a king's court. A soft breeze is blowing, and some deer is running about in that breeze. The dance of the nymphs of the palace is perhaps not as delightful as such a moment I saw a huge shimul tree, adorned like a princess, flowers strewn all around. That princess attracted me so much that I couldn't take my eyes away. With her whip of beauty, she lashed me repeatedly. The sweet, pleasant, beautiful, in an instant came to an end. The fireflies with their flickering lights showed me the way to the town. In my heart of hearts, this beautiful village has been deeply embedded. I can never ever forget. Colors. The color of death is blue, deep blue. Colors of life can be many: white, black, yellow, violet, red or brown. Life can be of many types, but death is one. The color of death is blue, deep blue. The color of blood is red. Come on, keeping this red, the witness, today we together become one. Together we take the vow. One terrorism-free white world we shall gift. From the heart of this world, all the black color of terror we shall remove. With the rainbow color of love, we shall color the world anew. One green world, calm and serene in our dream. Come on, today let's take the vow. Before embracing the certain blue death, this little bit we will have to do friends. Girl of the darkness, useless is your running after vain. For the sharing of ambrosia, never shall the battle end between gods and demons. Where the light of civilization hasn't reached, I am the girl of that darkness, the representative of darkness. Savage demon is calling me, my flower-like body, to tear it into bits in his happiness, supreme happiness. Fire is burning in the heart of man. That fire has warmth, but not satisfaction. So he wants to be a little satisfied. So he takes shelter in the coolness of woman. And women always want to burn in the fire, want to live with that warmth clinging to the bosom. The coolness and warmth of women and men, give and take is going on. It will go on forever. Is this love? Or is it a hazy self-deception? Light? Is that light? Or it isn't light? Only deception of light and darkness together. Look all around you. It is only darkness. You come, beloved. Both of us together embrace that darkness. From the depth of that darkness, by churning of the hearts, the little ambrosia that we get, we will share with supreme joy in the two dissatisfied, thirsty bosoms. Colorful birds. Colorful birds spread their wings. In the sky they fly. Some human hold those birds captive in cages. Inside the cages those birds keep on sobbing. Still, why I know not, some humans hold those birds captive in cages. O Lord, give me strength so that I may set those birds free from the captivity of cages and return those to the bosom of the sky. I want those colorful birds in the bosom of the sky. Spread their wings and fly again. The message of peace and freedom may spread all over the world. Internal freedom is more important than external freedom. Free your inner soul bird. None wants war. None of us want war, because we know if once war starts, our fun will be hampered. That we continue to live in peace. So many soldiers in their knees, chest and brain have taken bullets we don't keep count of. What's the value of peace? We don't want to realize even that. Those soldiers too do not want war, because they know if once war starts, the chance of their returning home becomes very little. Still, they do go to war. That we continue to live in peace, so that not our fun is hampered, they go to war. An insignificant incident. Rohini wanted very much to involve me, like herself, in student politics. You do not know Rohini. Once, she was a very good friend of mine. She wanted to do something for the country, for the society. But supporters of one antisocial force took her captive. They snatched away all her clothes from her body, kept her confined in a dark room for 7 days. from that dark room. When she came out, she was completely insane. Supporters of antisocial forces, likewise, in front of our eyes, are disrobing the whole country in ugly manner, to ravish at their will. Although we see everything, we pretend to look the other way. Are we alive this way? Should we be alive this way? A small cactus flower. A girl never did understand when a sudden burst of air went through her chapped lips and thirsty bosom and extinguished her lamp of life. Wave after wave, this is life, all around its dense mourning. Life really is nothing but a secret way getting lost into the desert. On that way, one has to travel alone. One has to fight alone. Glimpses of loneliness all around. Fear of losing the way. To shed away that loneliness. When the mind becomes restless, then some find the loved ones. Some don't. Some lose after finding. They cannot experience. For them do I really feel sorry. Thereafter, that girl couldn't walk any further. On that blazing sand, slowly she fell asleep. Slowly the petals dropped of a small cactus flower. But hidden within those sand dunes, the history of a life. Nobody turned the pages. Ghost. I am a phantom. I am a ghost. I am the envoy of the God of gods, Mahadev. I am immortal, so there is no death for me. Whatever I want, I get, brother. No one is worse than me. Whoever I can lay hands upon, I break their necks. I will bring devastation to the world. I will make all of you my slaves. Where do I live? That nobody knows. Then let me tell you, you listen, brothers. I do not live in the dense forests. I live in the minds of the cowards. And where else do I live? That I say with a smile. I also live in stories and novels. You are beautiful. You are beautiful. Open your eyes. Looking into your eyes, I want to see the beautiful morning of Asia. You lend me your hand. I want to touch the setting sun of Europe. You are beautiful. Amidst your little touches, I want to find the cold of Antarctica. You come, love me a little. I want to drive off the sea beaches of Australia. You are beautiful. Within you, like Columbus, I want to discover America anew. If you want to become forests of Africa, I want to get lost in you. You are beautiful. I want in your savage impetuosity. I want the severe thirst of the desert. I want my whole world. I want it solely in that body of yours. You are beautiful because I think that you are beautiful. This is experience only. I cannot compare your beauty with someone else because I love you. A woman is only beautiful when loved. Black money rich. Who will be the king of the sinful country today? So the minister has called a meeting. The chief pickpocket says laughingly, I need to become the king. Hearing this, says the leader of thieves, to the throne I am the bigger claimant. Till now the dacoit was just sitting. I am the future king, he says smilingly. At the end with a smirk, says the black money rich, says, I am the cynosure of the sinful society. To commit sins like me is nobody's ability. To make you sinners I have compelled. The minister says, I hand over the kingdom to you. I understand. There's no sinner like you. Butcher, a murderer. We are merciless. We are a butcher's society. Killing birds and animals is our work. We ruin the equilibrium of nature. To destroy the world is our desire. We are sinners. We are demons of Kali Yuga. We are king of death of these wild animals. All of us today are abominable, unbearable suffering for us day and night. But are we alone merciless and cruel? Isn't the world full of sin? For those we are engaged in this act, gentlemen, they are of this society, for whom the meat of animals is food. Are they not more merciless than us? Make dharma sans a prejudice. Make dharma sans prejudice. The dharma which teaches humanity, the dharma which propagates kindness, the dharma which shows you the right path, the dharma which preaches unity in diversity, is the ultimate dharma. The dharma which segregates people, the dharma which follows the path of unnecessary violence, the dharma which is enveloped in superstitions. That dharma can never be true dharma. That is adharma. In my eyes, there is no difference between God and Allah. If the one who destroys the temple is called a religious man, if the one who demolishes the mosque is called a religious man, then who is impious? Who is an atheist? In the name of tarnished politics, numerous men and women are killed every day. So many infants and adults are insulted and tortured. But no one keeps account on them. Dharma lies behind the veil of superstitious beliefs. Make dharma sans prejudice. Protect our dharma. Otherwise, adharma will be the reason behind our downfall. In the battle between dharma and adharma, we need to choose the sides carefully. We have to establish dharma. We have to ignite the fire of wisdom in the minds of people. We have to teach people how to love and spread love. What kind of politics is this? What kind of politics is this? Just to satiate their own needs? They ignore the common people and their country. Their purpose is to organize meetings and processions in every area where people would take active part. fighting over politics, fighting for power. Everyone wants to serve the country. So many fights for national service. It is surprising to think. Those who camouflaged themselves when we needed them the most have just arrived just before the elections. They say that their wish is to serve the nation and her children. If their words are true, where were they for all these days? They are using dharma as a tool just to play with us. Everyone is busy to announce their false promises. The purpose behind this politics is trivial. It is just a game of false pretenses. Wearing the mask of benevolence, some celebrities from the entertainment industry have taken active part. Like a chameleon, even they change colors. Election has become a corrupt business now, where some people buy and sell votes. The most undeserved candidate is given the responsibility to run the nation. How can a country survive like this? What kind of change is this? What kind of politics is this? Have people forgotten to choose between right and wrong? Then how can we justify such a democracy? Can't we choose a well-deserved candidate to run the nation this time? Blood. It was the time of riots. Hindu of this neighborhood, Muslim of that neighborhood, printed red with each other's blood. Gory was the lane. In that lane one day suddenly I saw lying your blood-stricken body. You are a Hindu girl. I am a Muslim boy. Yet I pick you up in my arms and rush to the hospital. The doctor there was familiar to me, so there was no dearth of treatment. Blood was taken from my body, quite a few bottles of blood. In droplets, that blood was spreading in your body. That blood of mine, my love, got mingled with your blood. I felt an unusual shivering. Very late in the night, you regained consciousness. You looked at me. I looked at you. Tears welled up in your eyes. I wiped those tears. Dropping from your eyes, one drop of tear is more precious than one drop of blood dropping from my heart. Then, very, very late in the night, when I was returning through that lane, right then with sticks in hand, a few gentlemen took me away to a corner of an abandoned, dilapidated temple. A few days later from there, the stench of rotten corpse was found. But why did I have such punishment in my luck? A boy from our slum had perhaps made unholy the idol of God. Alas, God, alas, Allah, become amazed to think so easily you became unholy. Your children shed blood in a cockfight and you remained silent. Become amazed to think if the ones who demolish a temple or a mosque are religious, then who are anti-religious? Who is an atheist? Today I am not there. Still, I am there. Oh beloved, in your veins, in your arteries, I'm still alive. In your heart, in your brain, that blood is still playing around. The Hindu's stick and the Muslim's sword shall not be able to separate that blood. Pain of a night aglow. There, look in that direction. Below those tombs are asleep some hollow men. Some hollow men are walking in the direction, crawling on their chests like reptiles. Some more hollow men are perhaps waiting at the holy fairy ghat. In some careless moment, will they come upon the earth as burdens? All over the place, drums and shehnai are playing. Boys and girls are dressed in their best, in their new clothes, having put on foreign perfumes. They are out for a jaunt with glee. Standing in front of each marquee, they are removing their shoes and bowing their heads. They are appearing very gentlemanly, but there's so much of dirt in their minds, which they aren't at all trying to dust away. Very unbearable is the pain of this night aglow. The night which doesn't become a party to the pain. Sitting in one corner of this dark room, I raise a question to the stone idol of that glowing night. Where are you? Where? That huge ostentation in those big pujas. No, in one corner of the dark room, where a girl aside is praying to you. Bond. Our minds have tied with the earth. Can you see what invisible bond is it? That bond is not of iron or steel. That bond is not scared of anyone. That invisible bond is of love and affection, and of loving like everyone. As long as I live on this earth, I will go on to love this earth from my heart. I know, weakening all ties, I'll depart from this earth one day. To avert death is very difficult. So with those, there is amicability. To them shall I bid adieu for the last time. Then what is the fear of the music of death? Knife of loneliness. Stabbing the knife of loneliness in the heart repeatedly, day after day, night after night, have I spent. But why? When in the bridal chamber, O beloved, I held you to my bosom, then alas, snatched you away the group of savages. But to where? I asked in a tired tone. Seems war has broken out on the outskirts of the city. There will be war. There will be blood sport. Very naive, ordinary and rustic am I. That blood sport of war and nuances of politics I couldn't grasp. Like the white shewly flowers of dawn was transparent that vision. Beloved, you said you would certainly come. After the war is over, you would come back again. The war is over. The drum beats of war have fallen silent. Still, in my life hasn't returned that spring. With the touch of my dew-drenched petals, I could not satiate your mind. Alas, you won't ever come back. You've fallen asleep and will never awake. The birds of dawn will not be able to awaken you anymore. Shatarupa. Shatarupa, I have searched for you in 100 forms. I have wanted you. I have loved you. Then I have closed my eyes and seen you. I have got you and lost again. In my songs, in my art, Shatarupa, giving you 100 forms, I want to make you alive. Raise your eyes and give me a little consent. I want to shower everything. hiding behind the blue curtain of the sky. Being a golden winged eagle, you are gliding. You are smiling, a pearly white smile. Like the sky on a cloudy day, is your glossy dark complexion like the fountain of black water? Is your dark black locks, those two deep eyes of yours, is just like the sea of black water? O ocean, you give me strength. It's a long cherished desire of mine. I'll stand on your bed and play the piano. Shaturupa, I don't want anything. I only want in a huge wave you drown. I'll put my life at risk to save you. And then I too want to drown slowly in that bottomless ocean. I am lost. Today the moon hasn't risen. It's stifling darkness all around, as if a moonless night, or perhaps even more than that, a clear indication of some untoward happening. Still, all the silence has been surpassed today by the noise crying of that little girl and her loneliness forever. That girl is me. I am lost. Right in the morning I had come to the fair. I had bought one palm leaf flute and had worn red glass bangles. Then while roaming around holding my mother's hand, the unlucky me suddenly got separated from mother. The pupil of her eye got thrown off from the mother's bosom. The bright autumn sky became overcast with black clouds. In the whirlpool of rain and storm, everything washed away. The little unfamiliar way back to the village. I began running along that muddy track. But where was my house? Tall jute and bamboo trees surrounding me. Alone on the thin track in the middle, as I walked, I got lost. The sun stood right above the head. It was noon. Alas, you, the creator, sun god, in vain did you paint the watercolor of life. When your conch shell drops in the dust, you cannot tolerate. Now that my flute is lost beneath the mud, what about that? Why are you silent on that? Then that noon rolled into afternoon. Afternoon rolled into evening. Then came this dense night. Amidst that dense night you descended. There was air. You were also there. Still your face too had that impish smile. Caressing my head, you didn't want to know, little girl, why are you crying? Still inaudible words, inexpressive pain. I floated in the air. I am lost. Then I really got lost forever. Never to return again, surrounding the body of flesh and blood on the seashore or gradually within some human crowd. I got lost, holding her hand at the beckoning of new way forever. The darkness of the airless night stood silent witness to it. The golden winged eagle. You don't know why appear very familiar. It seems I have come in this lane. This mountain peak, this foam of the sea, it seems very familiar to me. Maybe 1,000 years ago, you were in the crowd of Gargi, Moitri, Lopamudra, or on the calm, serene, desolate river bank. I have seen you on the bank of the eastern horizon, or in the west on that endless field. Love means one drop of tear and a flash of smile. Love means in the precincts of memory and dreams, one little beautiful nice flake of tears. The earth is round, so maybe we'll meet again. But that day perhaps a lot of desire and achievement will be over. Whoever has got the hint of eternal separation, it is futile to give him assurance of unification. If you want to be lost, holding the hand of eternity, like the golden winged eagle want to spread wings in the sky, then in the enclosure of my heart, I don't have the capacity to enclose you. You are pleasant company. In between your lips, let the anklet of my life jingle before leaving when everything comes to naught. Unity is strength. There is no end to worries of the leaf. So it tells the root secretly, brother, all day and night I have thought over and over. I don't understand why this ill behavior, all these jobless, lazy branches, they do nothing, still they eat. You and I, we're the food, why then do they eat the food? We shall make them fall at our feet. They are getting fatter with our food. To give them food, what's our good? Since then the branches didn't get food. For lack of food, the branches grew thinner. Some days later, the same happened to the root and leaves. To tell the truth, unity is real strength. The shattered dream. I have looked for you on the seashore, looked for you on the distant Moinak, but haven't found you anywhere. The victory song of life hasn't been heard anywhere. At the plucking of frustration, jingle of pain, the roar of death can be heard at times. So sometimes I hear a silent conch shell blowing, another obscure footfall of a beautiful world. So being helpless, ultimately, I have come to you at the end, to find you within you, to take refuge in your golden shade. Still, I am a helpless. With what shall I impress you? With what all that is mine is yours. All my dreams have shattered. Tryst of monsoon doesn't occur anymore. On a rainy day in knee-deep mud, very carefully, one has to tread. And on a stormy night I sit alone. You won't come. The meeting won't happen. Yet I know, with body or without, you will show me the way, with the light of the lamp of your love, to that ever-desired heavenly place. That's why I'm still standing at your door. In the flow of life, I have not got lost. Oh, my dear, dearest, by your touch, may the fountain of my heart be awakened from dreams. Perhaps I had wanted that, I don't know. I'm modern, yet in my blood runs the pain of Romeo Juliet, and one ancient thirst whispers into the ears. I cannot deny that. So by accepting that, goes on my journey. The dust-laden world, peaceful mark of deep frustration all around, and relentless wail of limitless pain. So in your curiosity-less blue coal, and my loosely hanging tresses, that romanticism is no more. So romance-less pale is my love. All my dreams have shattered. In the ocean water, in the abyss of life, just as the whale throws its body upwards in order to get hold of the moon in the sky, I also had dreamed likewise, but has gone in vain that romantic desire. Land that is so far off, yet all of us are running head in droves, not knowing with what hope for a warm welcome from an unknown death. My desire, you are mysterious. You are my lover, my desire. On the stage, it's beauty all around. In any direction I look, I feel like loving. The elixir of desire, want, I drink over and over again and love you like crazy. There's no fear, no devotion in that love, no secrecy, no parsimony. There's no bank of the Yamuna, no Vrindavan. There's only the sand of the desert and two minds. In the heart of the desert, both of us try to bloom flowers with the tune of music. Seeing that everyone laughs, let them laugh. Won't they laugh if we do laughable things? Still we love each other. We ignore all the laughter. Apparently, both of us are standing in the desert. In reality, the earth has got lost in the desert. Sitting beside me, dear little afar, you are so close, yet so far. Those eyes of yours beyond me gets lost far, far away. Where light and darkness embrace each other, where at twilight the sun hides his face, in the veil of the sea, in the horizon. So marvelous is that beauty of the twilight. Reflecting all around is the light of the evening sun. Bathed in that light are your eyes, very deep, just like after bath. I wish to drown in that bottomless sea, but I dare to take a step, wary of getting lost. Glittering all around, glistening light of the fireflies. Yes, the sun has set by now, right in the bosom of the sea, driving away darkness of fear into bright illumination. The sea water is lapping, though I haven't found the bottom of that sea. The moon has come up on the sky. The mountain on the earth is laughing. Have you ever seen that display of beauty? In that bright moonlight, it's as if both are playing hide and seek. I too had wanted to play that hide and seek. But you are a wayfarer on that endless path. Strange is your beauty, so in such strange beauty have I found you. Have I loved you? My limits and boundaries have vanished within you. You are unique inside, only solitary, the prolific plant of my heart, the pure smile on your face, the droplet of water in the corner of your eyes. I only love.